tricky. Also, I guess I should go over the movement. This runs on the Source engine, on the very same one as Half-Life 2. So this game has ABH, which stands for Accelerated Backwards Hopping. Basically, they learned from their mistakes in Half-Life and decided to fix bunny hopping. So what they did was, as soon as you cross like a certain speed threshold, the game just tries and slows you down, but it does that by adding negative speed to you. So if you are already going backwards, the game will just keep increasing your speed for you, and that makes you go very fast. Also, what I just did there is, by basically slamming the radio onto that button and save loading a bunch, the game gets kind of confused and forgets that we ever stepped off the button, so it just gets stuck, and that saves like 10 seconds there in that puzzle. So now we come into one of the few cutscenes in here, well, except for the elevators, where we wait for this door to open and we can watch the portal gun go and be amazed by the beauty of Minecraft %. Just look at this sign. In this test we have a few black squares. There's one. That's 10 if I count that correctly. So door opens and now we get the portal gun, and this is where the fun begins. So let me already go over save glitch, which we'll be doing in a second. Basically, when you touch like the edge of a portal, like I'm doing right here, and then save load, the game gets very confused and basically separates your camera, if I can hit that shot. Let me redo that. And basically separates your camera and your body. So you see my camera right now, but my body is actually somewhere else, and that's where I'm shooting the portals from. By moving around a bunch, I can shoot portals in places that I otherwise couldn't really reach. And that, for example, there skipped a pretty lengthy elevator ride. And you can already see the crosshairs just like 2 blue blocks and don't really help a lot. It's also kind of hard to see through them sometimes, so precise shots also become a little tricky. And here's another quick save glitch. Another thing about save glitch is it messes with your collision, so we're just able to walk through that door there. No big deal. But yeah, most of these beginning chambers are fairly intended, since we only have one portal and that doesn't give us too many options. But in like 3 minutes we'll get the second portal gun, and that'll be pretty good. Go through that door as well. And there's a cube. It doesn't help us though. We have to wait here for dialogue anyway, so it doesn't matter when we enter the elevator. But in the meantime we can take a look at this beautiful ceiling. Lots and lots of colors, just very artsy. So here just a quick portal on the ceiling, jump through, and that's that test. Yeah, so far Minecraft % doesn't have that much impact, but later during some of the save glitches, because we can't quite see where we're shooting, usually it's not that bad because you can just see where the portable surfaces are by your crosshair lighting up. But that doesn't happen here, so I have to listen very closely for most of the shots and just hear if they hit a surface or not. So that's fun. Let me just... sorry for that tabbing out there. Don't mind that. Oh, we just portal up there, I said. That's not what I meant to do. Yeah, with a quick jump on that block, we can easily skip that puzzle.
Mr. Streamer, I have a quick donation if you have the time.
Oh yeah, sure.
We have $5 from Philotrax, who says, "First I show her the block, then I show her the duck."
Hell
Thanks,
yeah.
Philo. Thank you.
So right here you can shoot a portal under that door, and that way like half of the portal is on one side of the door and the other half is on the other side, so you can just go through one side and come out the other, which also completely skips that puzzle. Thanks, Valve. But yeah, here's chamber 10. This is like divided into 3 main rooms. that basically teach you flinging mechanics, but thanks to ABH we can just basically skip all of those and go right to the end here. A little fling here, and into the elevator. And now upcoming we are on chamber 1112, which features the second portal gun, with which we can shoot both portals, and that's very useful. So from now on, most chambers will actually be save glitches, and we can do lots and lots of crazy stuff. So we go right on there to that portal gun. Down there. And most of these portals are just precisely set up for the save glitches to work as I want them. Go there. Now for example, these shots, I can't see like where I'm shooting them, which is why I missed them. So I just have to hope. And also listen. Did that hit? No, that didn't hit. Let's try that again. Did that hit? No, they're not hitting. Come on. There, now I heard it. Boom. And that's the elevator. That completely skipped chamber 12, which is pretty boring. Just a lot of going around. Now the next one is also rather short. We just hop in, shoot two portals. If I can get stuck there. Are these correct? Let's just do that. Do a save glitch, shoot a few... This is not working properly. Let's do that again. This save glitch sometimes doesn't like to work. Should be good. Nah. Nah. Let's try that again. Just reshoot this until it works. There we go, that's the way I wanted. That's how short that should have been. But the portals didn't want to cooperate. Also don't mind about the HUD down there, that's all perfectly normal. I just have a lot of diamonds. This chamber is infamously short. Just fling right to the end. The developers even knew about this, but they left it in because they thought it was fun. But joke's on them.
No further compliance information is required or will be provided.
Now this is a pretty lengthy chamber that save glitch also just completely breaks. Just put two portals there, save glitch, and here you can even see where I'm shooting them, and you see I just portal myself through walls and basically through the entire chamber, right to the end. And that's that. Now in terms of the route, I'm actually doing mostly the same tricks as the regular inbounds route would do, without this. Except for like one or two things. But I just had to adjust all my setups to fit this new environment. So here's chamber 16, that's a portal bump. Basically, when you try to put a portal onto another, the game bumps it to the side. And the game doesn't check if there's a wall in between there, so that way you can bump portals through walls. That was a save glitch also. Now we're doing another one here, if that turret wants to go in the right spot. Save glitch here. This lets us put a portal under the elevator here, where we will store our little turret friend. I jump and hit the elevator so that it starts going up. Save glitch one more time. Get into the elevator where the doors aren't there. And now keep in mind we have a turret down there, which will be quite beneficial in this chamber, because this is chamber 17, which has the infamous companion cube. But luckily we still have that turret down there, so we're still safe glitched from the last chamber, so we can jump through that glass, land below the elevator again, and grab the turret from the last one, which completely skips carrying the companion cube through the whole chamber, which is very nice, because otherwise this chamber is very bad. Just burn the turret. GLaDOS doesn't care if it's a turret or the companion cube. Just burn anything, really. And this is chamber 18, which is also pretty lengthy. Features big flings, turrets, just a lot of slow things. So guess what? We'll just save glitch. That's how we do things in here. That's not how that's supposed to go. You didn't see that out of bounds. This is inbounds. Don't worry about it. Just through that door. Now this shot is a little tricky. Usually I would just aim where the crosshair lights up, but it doesn't light up here. This shot I don't quite know where it is, so I'll just shoot a few and hope one of them hits. Which it did, nice. That's just the stuff you have to do in Minecraft %. Just shoot a few shots and hope one of them hits. And maybe it will.
For more information, please attend an Enrichment Center electrical safety seminar.
And now we're coming up on the escape sequence, which is the end of the run actually, in like 3 minutes. So chamber 19 is what transitions into the escape, where GLaDOS offers you the cake and then tries to burn you, but we won't be seeing any of that. So we'll just do a little thing there. The way that works is basically you place a portal on an angled surface, this one, and the game gets very confused when you go through portals on angled surfaces, so it just kind of teleports us into a desirable spot, which we will do again here, and not hit the room that I want to hit. Let's try that again. A little more to the left. There we go, that's where I want to land. Not out of bounds. Pfft. We don't do that in here. And here we're at the start of the escape sequence. This is pretty basic. It's mostly just movement, so having everything being pixelated isn't that bad. Oh, I almost fell down there. I was pretty close. We just portal our way through. The crosshair being like only semi-transparent is pretty bad though. Also these fences, they usually see-through, but here they're like a black thing for some reason. Let me do this the easier way. If I can't hit that shot, where's the shot? I'll just put it on the floor, who cares? I meant to put it on this wall, which is pretty small though. Now, Escape 01 here also features lots and lots of puzzles, as this game tends to. But we won't do a lot of that, because safe glitching is a thing. Now, this one I had to find pretty precise setups for, because this one is pretty hard in Minecraft %. So let's just see, go right here, shoot that right there, right there, right there. Sadly, all these shots are landing so far away from me that I can't hear if they hit or not. So that worked, nice. And that's that map. I almost fell into the goo there. That is not very desirable. Being covered in goo is pretty deadly. So we'll just peek up there, and here we'll do something similar to Chamber 19, where angled surfaces really confuse the game, which will put us up here. And we'll do that same thing one more time. Right here, landing in the GLaDOS room, and we can grab this turret. And as you may know, usually you're supposed to fight GLaDOS with like a rocket turret that emerges from down there, but she just drops the cores as long as she takes damage, so we can just shoot her with a regular turret and she'll drop all the cores at once, which is very nice, shortening this fight by like 2 minutes or something. And we do an edge glitch here, which is very similar to save glitch, which basically puts a portal right below that incinerator there, if that core wants to go in, and that'll burn them all immediately, and that's time. That's where we put the portal, by the way. And that's portal Minecraft %. I can also grab the cake really quick. You can do it out of the GLaDOS room, but I'm too bad for that, so let's not do that. Where do we go? Yeah, let's do that. And you can see the glorious Minecraft cake. Where do I have to go? Let me think. That's where we go. I haven't done this in a while. Do some rather quick movement here. Bump through that wall. Go up there. Go down there. This feature's out of bounds, but don't worry about it. It's all for good cause. Let me just hit this portal so I can go back inbounds. There we go. And say hello to the glorious Minecraft cake. Delicious. But yeah, that's basically the run. Hope I was overestimate. Or under, I mean, not over. That would be terrible.
You were underestimated.
Nice. So yeah, that's it. What's next?